my colleagues, heads of political parties who are present, and representatives of heads of political parties who are present. This occasion, the 22nd December 2019, marks our last strategic consultation meeting as POLAD for the year 2019. Besides the fact that it is our last meeting this side of the year, it is Unity Day, which was crafted by our founding fathers in 1987, December 1987. Comrade late Robert Gabriel Mugabe, representing ZANU, Comrade Joshua Nkomo, representing PF ZAPU. That unity accord brought together the two major political parties which were involved in the armed struggle that brought about the independence of this country. I would like to correct my brother. These two parties are older than the UNC. Perhaps the ZANU-PF is younger, but ZANU and ZAPU are older than the UNC. So we thank our late icons of the struggle and liberation of this country for that wisdom and the vision for uniting our people. I think it is incumbent upon us to continue to cherish that unity which unites Zimbabwe. It's an umbrella for all of us as Zimbabweans to come together. Of course, that was not intended to forestall or constrain the formation of other political parties. Our constitution, since Lancaster, did allow the formation of political parties. I think Zimbabwe is quite unique. In Zimbabwe, the provisions of our constitution does not lay down the criteria of forming a party. You can form a party of any nature. No one bothers. And no one bothers whether a party has been formed and by who. It only becomes important when there's a general election. Then you are required to register with ZEC, the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission. And you are then required to show your logo for purposes of voting. Besides that, no one bothers as to how a political party has been formed. In other countries, they put criteria as to how much support do you have in which province and how many provinces. But in Zimbabwe, we are democratic. I can decide to form a party here with my workers at the farm. No one will stop me. I'll go ahead and appoint Mzukuru wangu Priscilla is treasurer, but Mariachu. So that is unique about Zimbabwe. So I'm saying this because you suggested that we meet here today. Again, on Unity Day. This is why I don't believe it is a mere coincidence. POLAD is a platform where we seek to be united in Zimbabwe. And the fact that we are concluding this year's deliberations on Unity Day is significant. I'm happy that I hope to be given a copy by Nikadzino, yes. A comrade Nikadzino. The memo you read to us is full of points which are critical to move us forward. Points which are distinct, that they address challenges which we face as a country and as a nation. Points which are not a challenge to a particular party. There are issues which are a challenge to the nation and all political parties. So I believe that these issues, if we tackle them head on, of course, the beneficiary would be me. Because I'm in office, I will benefit from such clarity in dealing and identifying these challenges. But that is I would say, being selfish. Because if things are well for the government, it means those things are well for the country. It won't be a benefit to, as I've said, to me, but to the nation. Therefore, I feel that the creation of POLAD in the history of our country, I think should be internalized in the history of this country. Yes. There has never been, I think even in our region, there has never been a platform of this nature where diverse political parties come to one table and still debate on issues which we do not agree on, but to seek to find middle way, a compromise, seek through debate where the best argument takes the day. I am not aware whether there is such other platform anywhere in our region in SADC. It is here in Zimbabwe, where about 19 political parties sit together and discuss issues. We set out and clustered the issues which we think are critically important for our country, which at the end of the year now, we are interrogating or monitoring or evaluating how best or how well we have succeeded or failed in our task in resolving challenges arising from those respective clusters of issues. As our colleague has mentioned, I see that with the spirit of POLAD, we can sustain this conversation, this dialogue. It's sustainable. But we need, as you mentioned at the end of your presentation, to be vocal, to be heard, to pronounce ourselves on all issues, to show that we are live, we are vibrant, we are awake to the issues that face this country, and not allow isolated voices who have no platform as their own platform, besides their own platform, speaking louder than us who are collective. I think the collective voice should be heard more than isolated voices in the jungle. I'm happy that we all accept that peace is critically important. Harmony is critically important. And if we all preach peace, harmony, and unity in the country, then we expose those who have brought suffering. If it is my party which brings suffering in terms of violence and so on, it must be condemned. Yes. And also any other party, whether in the POLAD or in the wilderness. Violence is violence. The issues which concern us are in the main economic issues. How do we resuscitate our economy? In my view, there's no benefit in quarreling how the economy collapsed under ZANU-PF. None of us will live in the past. We shall never live the year 2001 or 2002. We can only live 2029, 2020, going forward. We cannot live in the past. We can only learn from the errors of the past to improve our future. So, I think it is necessary that we grapple with the current issues, benefiting from the wisdom of the past and the foolishness of the past. We have also talked about empowerment. I now realize that it is easy to wish to empower everybody. It is easy to wish that everybody must have comfortable life, good shelter, clean water, access to medicine, food, holidays in Zanzibar, and a sizable amount of money in the bank. I'm not against all those things. What I found challenging is to attain that for everybody. I was saying to you in the lounge there, where we are here on this farm, well, the whole area is called Sherwood. Where we are here, well, it was the farm of Mr. Beggar. an in-law of Ian Smith. He had over 2,000 hectares, and there were now 24 farmers on the 2,000. But one would wish that each one of us should be as equal to the other. It's not possible. I have 405 hectares here. 312 or thereabout is under crop. Twice a year. Year in, year out. If it was 50 years ago, but now we can go to my brother in the computer, and he can open the computer and they show you what must be done by program. It's there on the computer. And with current technology, it's a pity has gone out. When I said, can you wait for my colleagues so we go to the field? I'm nearly 1 hour, but I ain't my brother Kumunda. I think we shall meet him. Technology is there that even if he visits me in Harare, he can irrigate from Harare on his phone. We shall demonstrate for you. He can switch on his pumps 8 kilometers away from here. If you go to Kwekwe, there's the Kwekwe River which you cross. Zimbabwe? Sebakwe. The Sebakwe River which you cross. It's 8 kilometers away from here. That's where our pump station is. So we have water throughout the year. And he can switch those pumps on or off on his phone. He can irrigate all these fields. I think we have 9 or 10 pivots. One by one. He can switch them on, switch them off as he likes. And he can determine the moisture of each field from his phone. So, no, but not everybody of the farmers, although we have 2-3 times in each season coming together and teach each other. A small example, one of my colleagues here is an army officer, is around here. He said, okay, my brother, this year, sit at home. He has about 260 hectares. He was using about 160 or so plowing. I'll do all the plowing, the planting, chemicals, everything, harvesting, and they put the things kujembe mustaraku. Ndozokupa bill yezvandaita mari inosara unayo. Nokuita saizvozvo. Mari payakauya akafara zvokuti heki. Zvikanzi maudhitector ingadai yangu. Pandakamupa yake haana kutenga tractor. Akatenga moto yemukadzi neyake. So it's a question of commitment and priorities. But that is the same with regard to the country. We can never, all of us, be equal. What can be done is to have opportunities put at our disposal. If there are loans, let everybody have access to the loans. I get loans twice a year. Summer, I get loans. Winter, I get loans. But each season, I pay back my loan. Banks because they know I pay. Unokana singa badari, unotofamba kuinda Harare kuti wafambe kubuya kuno kuzokumbira kuzotera kupa mari. You see? So I am saying that empowerment, we can have and we should have policy to empower our people. We have said as government, we divide ourselves into 3 categories. We have the communal areas. Let's raise money and give them free inputs so that each family, sagare, mbeu, shibage, small grains, traditional grains, fertilizers and so on. So that at least each household is given seed, fertilizer, chemical, to produce enough for themselves per eka yake kana hectare yake. The surplus anotengesa zvake. Asuma apiwa anotengesa. Apiwa freely. Owe apana pa mningina wangu. Dine 2 bags ze chibagudza ndapiwa. Ndakutengesa. Of course I told my brother not to do it, otherwise I'll fight. But other people will buy. Other people will buy. Yeah. Because Anangaga is taking a huge discount. Oh, thanks. Iyo Anjanda Maria, sometimes I don't know. I can't see properly. So that person will not improve. So we must, however, create windows where our young people, girls and boys, youths and women, access loans to empower themselves. We should move away from handouts. Our people, inga Mwari akatwa mchadya zveziya Jehovah. Iyari pe zvakugara kumusoro kudenga. Asi mwikuno pasi idyai zvechi zveziya. If you remember that, then you know it is necessary to be productive. You must be productive, production. Nokuti ndiyo inauguration speech ya Mwari ye production ilachezia. That has not changed. When you go around, we shall go to a small well where you keep the water. We pump water from the river to a small well. We put fish there, splendid fish there. But if I say to you, take as much fish as you like, you must find a way of catching the fish. Zia. I'm happy that us as Zimbabweans have come together to discuss issues confronting us. Recently, former President Mbeki came to meet me, and he met some of the leaders here. I'm happy that he expressed his desire to see Zimbabweans working together. And I assured him that as ZANU PF and as the President of the Republic, we have created a platform which we call POLAD, where every single political party can find expression on issues affecting Zimbabwe. And the majority of political parties are on that platform. I said, I don't see it as possible to have 2 platforms which discuss one issue. The Zimbabwe political issue is one. And if we discuss it, we must come to one platform where we discuss it. And that platform which we have agreed is POLAD. I'm not moving from that. Our people were very happy when most of the leadership in Poland went to Chimanimani and Chipinge. When they went there, when that cyclone struck, it did not ask for a party card. It just affected the population there. ZANU, whatever, political party. And our people are very happy. I have Minister July Moyo, who is the Minister of Local Government responsible for rural and urban councils. So it goes there. He tells me that Kwa mchawinda vamwe vayase. No. Vaudze kuti vaya pavakavuyaka cheta kuti apuri 6 months. Musatsamwa. Vaya ndivamwe manje. Vaya pavakavuya. Tisu takati vavuye. Kanzi no. Dem kambovuya mose pamwe chete. Okay, but we don't wish another cyclone die. But ndichavudza vakuru president kuti kana vakawana mukana vadzokezve nani navo muvavoni. I mean, which is something coming from the ordinary communities. Kunzi ko vachavuya zverini vamwe havanenge votamba politics dzeZANU-PF. I don't blame him. Asi the spirit behind it is what we are looking at. I'm happy that I have informed all ministers, both in the economic clusters, in the social clusters, to avail themselves to you. If you want an area, you would want to know government policy or government challenges, you can ask any minister to come. They have instructions to comply. Yes, they are ministers, but they are administering a country which does not belong to a party, which belongs to the people of Zimbabwe. And one other thing I think we should glory on is the issue that now POLAD is not anymore a household name in Zimbabwe. You go to other international fora, they ask you about POLAD. Outside this country, SADC knows about POLAD, we discuss about POLAD. At AU, I answer questions and explanations on POLAD. At the United Nations, when I go there, I meet various world leaders and we talk about POLAD. So it has become an international recognized entity. What is its aim and so on? I don't know what happens to those who are outside POLAD, whether they receive similar attention, I don't know. But I'm aware about POLAD receiving attention. You raised the issue of funding. Initially, when we created about May, thereabouts, we didn't have direct funding. But now, this is a platform which government must support because it brings harmony, it brings peace, it brings development in the country. Development, modernization, industrialization is a cost. So I'm not averse to funding POLAD because it brings about convergence of political and economic views of our country to move forward. So, comrades, I'm happy that we have reached this stage, this level of cohesion. I believe that next year, 2020, we are going to be more selective and distinct in articulating various subsectors of the economy and recommending how we think we should move in those areas. And I assure you, my government will do their best in comparing how we think a ZANU-PF will deal with an issue and how recommendations coming from POLAD can improve on what we tend to do. Maybe that again, you decided to come here at this festive period at my farm. It's an honor for you to have come here. This doesn't happen always. We'll do our best to look after you. I asked my brother what can we give each party. Kanzatoa pachibagwe chinyoro kwanga wapimbudzere kanza mdara vakawanda asi chibagwe ndinovapa. So that's how this is natural. I'm happy and also like to thank the band, the Zimbabwe Republic Police, which have come here to give us entertainment. I thank you, comrades. And the media who are here, I hope that you carry the message. And let me restate the message for you. The message is that POLAD held its end of year consultative meeting here in Kwekwe, Sherwood, at my farm. We have never experienced such unison and the cohesion and the happiness of where conflicting political parties were able to discuss their country without fighting. Yes. That is the core of the message. And the focus for the development and the empowerment and growing our economy as a country and as a people. I thank you.